Merry Christmas! Welcome to my channel here on YouTube. My name is Michelle with Sway Me Vegas. I live here in Las Vegas, and today I'm going to show you how to decorate a candy cane themed tree. I'm starting a new thing this year where I'm doing bundles to be able to decorate your tree. So I'm doing the shopping for you. I'm putting it all together in a box. It'll come to your doorstep. All you have to do is open up the box, unwrap all of the things and all the lovely things that are in there, and then decorate your tree. And I'm going to give you some ideas today on how to decorate your tree with the things that are included in the box. And at the end of it, I'm actually going to give you some bonus content on extra things that you can put in your tree, or how you can change some of the things that are on there for the next year so that you can use the items again. So today we're going to do a candy cane theme tree. The bundles that I have are good for a 7.5 foot tree. There's enough items to be able to put on there. You can add additional things if you want, but the stuff that I have is specialty stuff. So it is more geared towards the candy cane theme. If you want to just do some regular white or red balls that you can pick up at any Christmas decoration store, Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, all of them. You can add those to it, but you're going to see when that we're all done, the tree's pretty full, and it is it's different. It's not the stuff that you get at your local craft store. That's what I'm bringing to you. I want to bring you stuff that is unique and fun. And a little bit different. And so let's get started. I am starting today with a 7.5 foot balsam hill tree. I actually bought a tree cover last year that goes up over the tree, so that all I had to do, it's on wheels, and all I had to do was roll it into my garage and then roll it back into my house and literally peel the outside down. It is, you can see on the bottom of the tree, that's where the bag goes. And so once I'm done with it this year, I will just roll it, push it back right up over the tree, tie it up at the top, and store it for next year. I highly recommend them. They're so much easier than taking the tree apart and putting it in a box and dragging the box into the house on the whole nine. And so this is way easier. I got it at Lowe's or Home Depot last year online. Literally, it's just a tree bag that's on wheels, and the tree stays up the whole time so that you don't have to take it apart. And it's easier for fluffing the next day, the next year as well. I've already fluffed my tree, so we are ready to go. One of the other things that I did to start was I took all of the ornaments and picks and sprays out of the bags, the cellophane that it comes in. I left the tags on only because I'm still selling the boxes and I'm not using this in my home, but you would take the tags off as well. And then you could install. I would recommend getting it all ready before you start decorating your tree, so that you're not pulling off all the cellophane wrappers and the tags prior to doing your tree. It just takes more work that way. I got it all set up this morning. And so I'm ready to go, and it took me about an hour to take everything off and get it ready to be able to put on the tree. And then I took the tree out of the bag, fluffed the tree, and now we're ready to go. One of the first things that I do when I decorate a tree is I start with the topper. I want to make sure it's the hardest part because it's up high and I'm kind of short. And so I want to get that out of the way first, but I feel like it sets the mood for the whole tree. So we're going to start with our topper first. And I have some really cute items that we're going to put in there. So let me show you what we're starting with. There is no absolute on decorating a tree. It is what looks good to you. So I'm just giving you suggestions. I don't want you to think that you have to do this exactly, or that you have to have this many items, but this works for me. And so I'm giving you some suggestions. So here's some of the stuff I'm starting with. I have these two large candies, peppermint candies, that we're gonna put on the top. I also have this large candy lollipop. And I have these sprays. So the red and white balls, and then these are balls as well, but they're spirals. So we're gonna start with putting these on the tree, and then we're gonna build from there. Again, no absolutes, right? So I can put these up there and then go step back and go, okay, I need to put a little bit more. I need more wow. And so then I will go put some more stuff on top of the tree. So let's get started. Now, important to note, if you have animals that might get into your tree, or children that might run into your tree, you can zip tie this stuff to the trunk of the tree. So I'm just placing it in there, but I use zip ties, or I'll use the stems on the tree to tie around the branch and to hold it in place. So usually some of the inner stems, they're wired, really easy to maneuver. So I'll just tie that around there to hold the piece in place that I want. These, put one more of these on there. So I have 3 of these on top of the tree and 3 of the other ones. I have 2 large lollipops and then 4 of those other tinsel candies on there. So we're gonna put this one on this side because I feel all the whimsy on this side, but I'm not seeing it on this side. So we're gonna add that in there. Also, one of the other things that I use when I'm decorating a tree, besides zip ties to tie it on there, is chenille stems or pipe cleaners. These are really great to put on the tree. These are more of a bright green, but I also use olive green so that it kind of matches the tree and you can't see them once I'm doing all the decorations. All right, and now we have our topper. That's where we're at. The next thing I add to the tree is the ribbon. And this time I have 3 different ribbons to choose from that you're gonna get in your order. I have this red velvet with white fuzzy edges. I have this red and white glitter stripe. There you go. And I have this adorable candy cane ribbon with the fuzzy edges as well. So we're gonna use all 3 of these on the tree. And they'll be extra in your order if you're ordering the kit from me, so that you can use them on other places in your home. If you have a garland or you're using them on your stairwell, or you're making a wreath or something and you want to put the same ribbon on there, you'll have those available to you. I am going to, I really like the red and white ribbon, but this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to overlay this ribbon on top of the red and white ribbon. Again, personal preference, but I really like doing this. So to tie it to the tree to start, I'm gonna gather it like I have right here and just tie a pipe cleaner around here. And I'm gonna tuck this into the tree. And I'm just dropping the rolls to the ground so that I can maneuver this. Like, I'm not cutting it yet until I get to how I want it to drape down the tree. All right, I'm gonna make a bow real fast to put on the top. Just leaving a tail. I've got 12 inches. Pinching that. Making a loop. Pinching it all in place right there, like that. Bringing this back around. You want to make sure your loops are even. So I'm going to pinch it right there again. And then I'm just going to bend these both backwards. See if they kind of match from the center. And they do. And cutting that off like that. Taking those chenille stem. I usually cut the chenille stems in half because you don't need all of that when you're tying things on here. But when I'm doing a bow, I use a full size chenille stem. Just so that I can tie it around the middle of the bow and then have some on the back so that I'm able to tie it to the tree. I'm going to dovetail the ends of these and do it down here before I climb up on the ladder, because it's just easier. All right, and now I'm going to put the bow on the tree. I'm actually going to put it right beneath that lollipop because I feel like there's some space there, and a big bow will look really cute. And then we're going to start doing more of the... So order that I do it in is I do the tree topper first, then I add my ribbons onto the tree. The next thing I do is put any large pieces. I like to have large pieces on the tree because I feel like it's different, right? It's not your typical, let's have a whole bunch of ornaments, round ornaments on the tree. So I like to do different textures. I like to do different sizes. I like to do different dimensions and stuff. And so I have a bunch of different things that I put on the tree. It makes it unique and fun. And so that's what I do. So right after I put this bow on the tree, where I'm gonna show you what my two big pieces are that I'm gonna add to the tree. And that are included in the kit. And no one says that you have to make the bow go side to side. You do the bow however it looks good on your tree. So I'm doing it a little crooked because I think it's fun. And that's what this whole tree is. This tree is just fun. There we go. All right. Now, let's look at our first, our big item that we're gonna put in the tree. It is a lighted candle. So it takes 3 D batteries and it lights up and has like a flickering candle. So I love these kinds of things to put on your tree because I just feel like they're just different. It's not the normal tree. So we're gonna put 2 of them on the tree. Obviously, I kind of want to focus them on the front because I want you to be able to see them. We're decorating the whole tree 360. If it's up against a wall and you don't have to put as much on the back, then that's great. You can save most of it for the sides and the front so that you were able to, that's the stuff that you're seeing, but you still want to decorate the back all the time because it's still part of the tree. The other thing that's important about decorating the back is the weight. Like you want to make sure that it's not top heavy so that it's not leaning forward. So you want to have some stuff on the back of the tree so that it balances the weight of the tree. So we're going to put this first one down here on the tree. And we're going to leave the ring out. And we're just going to set it in the tree. So the way to make sure that this stays is we're going to tie it with the chenille stem. You are going to need to be able to access the bottom of this candle because you have to be able to turn it on and off. There you go. So what I would do is, it's just sitting on the branch Again, I can tie a chenille stem around here to be able to secure it to the branch so that it doesn't come off. And then all you have to do is reach underneath to be able to turn it on and off, because the switch is right here on this side. But how cute is that? It just adds something else to the tree, and it's not just those lights. Now you have other lights on the tree. So now I'm gonna balance it and put one on this side of the tree. Again, leaving the ring on the outside so that you're able to turn it on and off. You can separate the branches to be able to get it in, or replacing it into the tree. Again, you can use a chenille stem here on the bottom to tie it to the tree. Usually, because it's kind of large, you'll take 2 full-size chenille stems. I did. All right, I have my 2 flickering lights in there. How cute is that? Okay, now we're going to, the next thing we're gonna do is put any of our large pieces on there. So I have some more of the big lollipops that we have at the top. There's 2 more of those that come in your kit. So we're gonna place those into the tree. Again, you can do this any way that you want to. I'm gonna place them at a diagonal. Kind of coming out of the tree. And then I have some smaller ones that look just like that. And there are 6 of these included in the kit. So you can place those around the tree as well. Again, we're doing the bigger pieces first. And you can do them at a diagonal, or you can do them just straight up and down if that's what you choose to do. So these are the last 2, and I also have 2 more of these that we're going to put into the tree. Again, I'm just placing these in the tree, but you can tie them to the tree if you want to, because I'm using the stick to go down into an angle in the tree, like down to the angle of the tree, so you can use the inner tree branches to be able to, or the tree to be able to tie it into there so that it doesn't fall out of the tree. And look how cute this is already looking. All right, the next thing I have are some more of those picks or stems. I have a bunch of different ones. So I have the 2 that we put on top of the tree, and I also have ones like this. So lollipops, I have these, and then I have these red and white twirl balls. And so we're gonna place these around the tree. Again, these are the picks that we have. We also have a bunch of poinsettias that are in the same theme. So we have this one, and this one, and this one. And we're gonna be placing these inside the tree as well. Once I'm done placing all the picks and the poinsettias in the tree, I'm gonna add the ornaments in. I have a few large ornaments that you're gonna get in the tree. You have this one, which is a red and white spiral. You have 7 of these in the kit. I also have these, a red and white stripe and a red and white polka dot that we can put on the tree. I have these, more candy ornaments that are added into your kit. And then I have, to finish, I have these cute little peppermint candies that we're going to tie into the tree. So all of those things will be added to the tree. So let's start with the picks that we have first, and then we'll move on to the flowers. Now also one of the really great things about these picks is that they're really large, but you can take them apart if you want to. They're all wired, and so if you wanted to be able to separate them to be able to use throughout the tree, you have that as an option. I'm not going to do that for this demonstration, but just know that that's an option to be able to add more whimsy onto the tree. What I would do with these is kind of lay them into the branches. So when you're looking at it, you're just gonna, and you can bend the stem, they're all wired, so that it's not sticking out the other side of the tree, because you don't want that. So see how I just lay that right into the tree? And because these are all wired, I can adjust them however I want. In the tree. And I'm gonna leave that one right there. I'm gonna put the other one on the back side. Again, fanning it out just like on the front side. And using the inner tree branches to tie it off. Then I'm gonna do, I have 4 more of these, so I'm gonna do the same thing and go around the tree. All right, so I still have some of these left, and I haven't put them on the tree yet because they're smaller and I have these big ornaments. So I'm gonna put the big ornaments on the tree first, and then I'm gonna finish off with stuff like this, just because it's smaller and I can fill in the spaces that we need to, like the empty spaces that we need to using these. So we're gonna do the big ornaments first. Hangers already attached to them, which you can also do. One of the ways to use them, I'm just gonna put it here on this front tree, just so the front part of this tree, so you can see how to use it. But I'm not gonna leave this ornament here. But all you have to do when you're using these, what they come with, is put it on the branch, and then just kind of spin it around the branch like this. And it holds it in place. I like the pipe cleaners more than I like those, only because I feel like I can adjust more. I can put it deeper in the tree if I want to, because I'm not using the end of the branch to be able to put it. And I also feel like it's easier to take off at the end of the season by using the pipe cleaners. So that's why I use them. But whatever works best for you. Now I'm just gonna put all the ornaments on the tree, and then we'll finish with the picks and the small ones. Okay, we have two more things to put on the tree. We have these twirl balls here, and then at the very end, we're gonna put our little peppermint candies. So let's do the twirl balls first. I'm looking for certain spots that might need some filler, some more extra dimension coming out of the tree. All right, let's take a step back and take a look at our tree. How fun and festive is this? Love it. Just come along and do a few adjustments. You still have plenty of ribbon left in the event that you want to add some more ribbon to the tree. But I think it looks fabulous. It is all there. So cute, so cute. Okay, so remember how I said I'm doing all the shopping for you. So when you buy my tree kit bundle, you don't have to go shopping. You don't even need to add any of the red and white ornaments that I talked about that you could buy at the regular craft stores, like just regular red or white ornaments, unless you want to. But the tree is so full already. Like there's so much on here that you don't need to add anything else. It's totally a personal preference, but what you're getting in the kit is enough to decorate this tree. And again, this is a balsam hill tree, so it's super full. It's a pretty big, pretty wide tree, and it's 7.5 feet. So the final thing that you're gonna put on your tree is a tree skirt, right? So I wouldn't leave you hanging. I got your tree skirt for you. Here is your tree skirt. And it has the peppermints on the end. Isn't that so cute? So, and it is it is a really nice tree skirt. It is 52 inches round, so it's perfect for a 7.5 foot tree. It has ties on it. So we're gonna untie that. And add it to the bottom of the tree. So cute. Isn't that adorable? Look at that. Oh, let me see. Can you see that? Oh, there you go. Look at that. So cute. Now, I did promise you some bonus content at the end once we've settled this, once we did the whole tree. Something you could do next year just to change things up a little bit. So you have all these pieces here, but there's nobody that says that you have to leave your lollipops this way. So what if we turn the lollipop this way, we make sure that it's secured to the branch, and then we do something really fun, like add a peppermint elf to it. These elves are all wired, and they're available in my Etsy store, but they're all wired so you can bend them as you like, and you can add them to the tree. You can tie them on using the branches. I'm actually going to use this chenille stem just because I want to make sure he does not fall out. Even his arms are wired. He has little bells on his toes, on his shoes. I'm just going to tie the chenille stem around his arm so that I can secure him into the tree. He has a little lollipop in his hand. How cute is that? And I have a few other elves. I have slightly smaller elves. That one's a 35-inch elf, but I also have these smaller ones as well that you could add onto your tree. And they actually have wired legs too. So if I wanted to add him on my candle, I could add him right there. And I would tie him on to the end of the candle just to make sure that he stays onto that little piece right there. But how cute is he? I think one of the things that I would do, because that candle keeps wanting to lean out, which I don't want, is I would use a white chenille stem here so that you couldn't see it. I just have green for me right now, but, and I would tie this to the tree. And now it's not It's not going anywhere. But we can add that little elf on there. How cute is that? And my big elf on this side. And you could do the same thing. You have more of those lollipops. So you could turn them and add little elves into the tree. And that just creates another experience for it. It doesn't have to be elves. You can put anything. You put Santas if you want over here. Like adding some plush Santas into the little elf over here on the lollipop. But just by turning this lollipop, you gave them a platform to sit on. It adds, you can make it stick out a little bit farther, which I really like. I can add my cute elf onto it. And again, I would tie him down. I would actually tuck a little, let me show you how I would do this. Just because you don't want to see how we're tying them down to the tree. That's not the stuff we're interested in. And so I would lift up his jacket, tie the chenille stem around his stomach area, make sure it's nice and tight, put the jacket back down so nobody can see, you can't see it, and then I would make sure that I tied him to the branch. And he's not going anywhere. But he's hanging out in this Christmas tree and he's sitting on his lollipop. And how cute is that? So this is your tutorial on how to do a candy cane tree with the tree kit that I offer in my Etsy store. There's only a limited amount of kits, so you don't want to wait too long to be able to get it. There's also extra product in there if you're interested in, you have a bigger tree and you want more to be able to put into the kit. Those are available in my store as well. You can message me on Etsy if you're looking for, and again, my name is Sway Me Vegas on Etsy. You can message me on Etsy if you're looking for more of the product and you're not able to find it. I'd be happy to help you with that. If you're wanting to know how much more you should buy to get to a 9-foot tree or a 12-foot tree, if you want to get the elves, because those are available also in my Etsy store to be able to add onto your tree. Aren't they cute? They're so cute. Look at that. So cute. But what a fun and whimsical tree that you can do, and you can change it up year over year. There's lots of stuff that you can put in there, change things around if that's what you want to do. But I just wanted to give you a couple ideas of other things that you could do on your tree, that not just the standard. I want you to have a tree that stands out. I decorate people's homes for a living for Christmas, and so I go in and I create wow factor in people's homes. And so sometimes I realize that shopping can be cumbersome. Especially if you're shopping in retail stores and they don't have all the stuff and you're going from store to store and looking for stuff. And so I wanted to make it easier for you by just creating a whole tree available in a box that will be shipped to your house so that you can, you don't have to do any of that, including a tree skirt, so that everything is included in the box. And all you have to do is have your own tree, plug it in with the lights, and then put the decorations on it. And create that wow factor for your home for the holidays. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something from me today. I do have another kit coming up as well. That's a glitz and glam kit. So we have the fun whimsical red and white candy one, and then we'll have a glam, glitz and glam one with lots of sparkle and rhinestones and crystals, and so stay tuned for that one. Bye, thank you.